Tiger hasn't been speaking like someone closing a chapter. He's been talking like someone laying the groundwork. His words point to physical progress, delivered in careful but confident language about what his body can handle. He's even made subtle references to future seasons, not weeks, not months, but years ahead. That's not the tone of a farewell tour. That's the sound of unfinished business, and it sent a ripple through a PGA tour that thought it knew what was coming next. Questions started piling up quickly. Is Tiger Woods quietly planning something for 2026? Is this a carefully managed comeback? A reinvention of what competition looks like at this stage of his career? Or something even bigger than simply playing again? Because when Tiger moves, the entire ecosystem of the PGA Tour shifts with him. Schedules change. Expectations change. The spotlight follows. And right now, that spotlight is growing brighter by the day. Maybe that's the biggest shock of all. This isn't just about whether Tiger can compete. It's about whether he's preparing to reshape professional golf one more time, without ever announcing it out loud. History has taught us one thing. When Tiger goes quiet, something big usually comes next. To understand why this moment feels different, you have to understand why 2026 matters. The PGA Tour isn't just entering another season, it's approaching a structural crossroads. Behind the scenes, schedules are being reshaped, priorities are shifting, and the tour is still redefining itself in a post-fracture era. Stability is the goal, but uncertainty is everywhere. And historically, moments like this are when the sport's most powerful figures carry the greatest weight, especially one figure in particular. Then there's Tiger himself. By 2026, he'll be in his early 50s, carrying a body that has endured surgeries, setbacks, and comebacks that would have ended almost any other career. The public assumption was simple: fewer appearances, symbolic tee times, maybe one or two emotional returns a year. Protect the legacy. Don't chase what the body won't allow. That story felt settled, comfortable, predictable, and that's exactly why what's happening now feels so unsettling. Recent reports haven't been asking whether Tiger will fade away. They've been asking what comes next. That's a subtle but critical shift. Analysts and insiders are no longer framing him as a ceremonial figure. They're talking about timelines, preparation windows, and whether selective competition is still realistic. The language has shifted from reflective to speculative. And when the tone around Tiger changes like that, it usually means the internal reality has already changed. Not long ago, expectations were kept intentionally low. Fans were told to be grateful for whatever they received: a major appearance here, a special event there, maybe a farewell moment everyone could agree on. Tiger was a symbol, not a threat. That narrative protected everyone: the tour, the media, and Tiger himself. But it also quietly closed the door on ambition. Now, that door doesn't look nearly as closed. The contrast has become impossible to ignore. What people expected was a slow fade into legend. What Tiger appears to be signaling now feels entirely different, measured, controlled, but forward-looking. Not chasing the past, but refusing to be defined by it. And when you align that with a PGA Tour searching for direction, one question looms larger than all the rest. What happens if Tiger isn't finished shaping the future yet? It started quietly, as these things often do. No press conference, no dramatic announcement. Just sightings and subtle confirmations. Tiger Woods swinging a club again. Not symbolically, not cautiously, but with intent. After a long absence, marked by injury setbacks and guarded optimism, footage and reports began to surface showing real progress. His balance looked steadier. His speed looked closer to vintage than expected. For a player whose health updates are usually wrapped in caution, this felt different, and that difference raised eyebrows. Then came the equipment talk, and that's where things escalated. Tiger has never been someone who speaks casually about distance or ball speed, especially at this stage of his career. Yet suddenly there were carefully worded but unmistakable claims about gains, efficiency, and a body responding better than anticipated. That isn't nostalgia speaking. That's data-driven confidence. And for someone supposedly winding down, those aren't the metrics you track unless you're measuring yourself against competition. Behind the scenes, the whispers grew louder. Insiders began floating timelines that stretched beyond a single season. Not promises, but possibilities. Not guarantees, but scenarios. Competitive golf, selective schedules. Preparation cycles that only make sense if the goal is to contend, not just participate. The most telling part wasn't what was said publicly. It was how seriously these ideas were being treated by people who know how Tiger operates. This wasn't fan fiction. It was informed speculation. That's why these moments can't be dismissed as isolated events. A swing video here, a distance claim there, a carefully chosen comment about readiness. On their own, they're easy to ignore. Together, they form a pattern, a direction. This doesn't look like a retired legend enjoying the game on his own terms. It looks like someone methodically testing limits, gathering information, and seeing just how far the door is still open. Tiger has never done anything randomly. If these moves are intentional, then the rumors aren't just rumors anymore. They're signals. What's become clear in recent weeks is that Tiger Woods doesn't need to announce anything to command attention. A single update, a short clip, one carefully chosen sentence. That's all it takes for the PGA Tour ecosystem to shift. No other player, past or present, still carries that kind of gravitational pull. As talk of 2026 grows louder, the tour isn't just watching, it's listening. Inside tour leadership, even the smallest Tiger developments carry outsized importance. His schedule influences calendars. His availability affects event profiles. His involvement reshapes conversations about priorities, exposure, and long-term strategy. This isn't favoritism, it's reality. When Tiger is relevant, the tour benefits. And when he might be relevant again in a meaningful way, planning becomes far more complex. The commercial response has been immediate. Sponsors treat Tiger updates like market signals. Television partners know exactly what his presence does to ratings. Social engagement spikes the moment his name trends for the right reasons. Even speculative headlines outperform confirmed results from current stars. That's not a knock on today's elite. It's a reminder of how singular Tiger's impact remains. The modern PGA Tour is full of talent, major champions, consistent winners, compelling personalities, but none of them reshape priorities overnight. None trigger contingency planning with a single rumor. Tiger does, because his return wouldn't just be about competition. It would be about narrative, relevance, and momentum. He doesn't join the story. He becomes the story, and that's where the tension truly sets in. If Tiger is coming back in any form, what does that actually look like? Is he a selective contender choosing moments carefully? A part-time competitor who still alters the balance of events? Or something even more influential, a power broker shaping the future from within? The answer isn't clear yet. But the fact that the question is being asked again tells you everything you need to know. Right now, the path ahead for Tiger Woods no longer feels singular. It feels layered. One possibility is a limited competitive return, carefully chosen. Events, controlled preparation, realistic expectations. Not a full-season grind, but meaningful golf on his terms. Another path points to selective major appearances, where experience, course knowledge, and mental strength still matter more than volume. These wouldn't be farewell gestures. They'd be calculated choices. And then there's the option that may matter most in the long run, a strategic role that extends beyond scorecards and leaderboards. Tiger has already shown a willingness to shape the tour from behind the scenes, influencing structure, direction, and stability during one of the sport's most turbulent eras. If he combines selective competition with quiet authority, his impact could stretch far beyond his own results. That wouldn't be a comeback in the traditional sense, it would be an evolution. And evolutions tend to last longer than moments.